is I have a very scripted 5-year career plan. It has about 15 different elements to it. And so essentially we use the eFolio as a documentation tool in the preparation of that 5-year career plan. I think what the eFolio does is it provides this easy to use common digital framework. So I mean, they still got to set goals, they still have to go through those, but again, for some of the students that's very, very new to them, there's a framework that you can follow. And in my class, we actually talk about setting goals and create a structure and talk about visioning and that sort of stuff. So I think hand in hand, I think the eFolio and their goal setting, I think combined, it's a great combination.
With the GPS Life Plan, we do have some categories that students can set goals in, and they're very relevant to their lives, like a financial plan and a personal plan and an education plan. And so they can do some planning in those areas. The GPS format kind of steers them into the right direction on what will help them be a success.
We determined that as part of our student success program that they would benefit from instruction outside the classroom, so personal development that they could control. And so everything from their reflection on goals, on how they're going to ascertain their degrees, organization standpoint, basically just trying to get them to think about their goals and how they're going to reach them and how to show whether or not they've obtained their goals. Mostly, since our engineering program is a transfer curricula, they do have to go to a university to complete their degree. A lot of them explain how they're going to do that. You know, how are they going to go from their century classes and transfer into a university of their choice, and how are they going to financially plan for that. Those kind of things are in there.
I've gotten students involved in creating an eFolio, and I'll give you an example in the new student seminar. I had the great opportunity to engage in this program and to teach students who have tested into developmental coursework to begin paired with an introduction, almost a college culture acclimation course. And I felt like it was very important for students when they left that class to have something that they would take with them. In other words, I wanted them to have almost a toolbox or a knapsack where they were going to take all of these skills and strategies and mindsets that we were working on and be able to carry it forward. eFolio provided me with that opportunity, particularly with the GPS eFolio, of having 5 major categories for which we were pouring in course content. So each success assignment, as I called it, provided an opportunity for students to add something to those eFolio pages. Then at the end, their presentation wasn't just, the culmination of the class just wasn't I survived or I made it through the semester. It was, what do I know about myself as a college student and a learner that I can take forward into my next semesters?
I use eFolio in my careers for criminal justice course, and we actually use it as a first step in our program for them to start exploring careers, developing their eFolio, getting ideas of what should and should not be included in an eFolio as they're exploring the careers they think they're interested in. Then as they leave me, the criminal justice faculty know that they have created this eFolio because that class is a requirement within our degree, and then they can continue throughout the program to have them enhance their eFolio by integrating assignments or experiences like our service learning, where we have 80 hours of service learning required, and encouraging them to put photos of themselves while they're at their service learning agencies. To have that one spot to keep track of everything, even if it's not all shared with potential employers, etc. But I have 15 years of career training, and if I had to try and regurgitate that training, I would have zero hope of coming up with it. So to give them that toolbox resource that they can just keep adding to it as they go through their education and then into their career, I think is a great tool for them.
The main thing I want these students to get out of this is, A, to have that as a toolbox, electronic toolbox or portfolio, if you will, and to keep things in that toolbox such as career exploration techniques, their resumes, cover letters. Students will also have reflections of their assessments. We do the strong interest inventory and also the Myers-Briggs type indicator. So it just gives them a good place to put all their tools and all their information about themselves under one umbrella.